thinking buckwheat is one of the most underrated grains or actually plants in North America. If you're tired of oat, rice, and pasta, quinoa, then you gotta try buckwheat. In fact, you definitely need to try it even if you still enjoy your other grains because it's delicious. It's full of healthy nutrients, vitamin B, magnesium, manganese, iron, fiber. It's fantastic. And you can always buy it in health food stores or also in some Eastern European stores. And you can eat it with cutlets, salmon, or even on its own. It's very healthy for your heart. You're on a diet. It's a great fiber source. So the way you cook it is to wash it in water like you would with rice. But unlike rice, you don't wash it to remove starch, excess starch. You remove any bits of dirt or dust that might float on top of the water, and then you pour the water and might wash it again a couple of times. And once you've done that, you're going to pour the water out, and then you're going to put the buckwheat onto the stove and fry it for a little bit without water or butter. And in fact, you don't have to do this step, but I find the porridge tastes nicer and better when you do it. And you need to do it for 30 seconds or so, just so the buckwheat dries up. And then you pour water in the ratio of 2 to 1, so 2 cups of water for 1 cup of grain, and then you cover with the lid and let it steam. Meanwhile, we will prepare with you quickly our chicken cutlets. You can use any other like ground beef or pork, or you can do anything else, but I'm just giving you guys as an example. That's what we've done for dinner. So you're gonna add 1 onion, and then 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of paprika, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, half teaspoon of pepper. And I didn't have 1 egg, which I always add, and I ended up adding 1 tablespoon of cornmeal, and it worked out great. So that's a tip of advice if you need to replace an egg for cutlets. So then we're gonna dip the cutlets into breadcrumbs and form a round, not too thick shape. Chicken cutlets are more on the diet side, so if you're doing this kind of meal, this is really a healthy meal. Not that I intended it to do, so it just so happened that all the ingredients were at home. And actually, I used kosher chicken, ground chicken this time. My mom got us, and it was pretty expensive. It was like $20 for a pound. Let me know if that's what you usually pay for that kind of meat. It's delicious, but it was really pricey. So then you fry the cutlets on one side, and while that happens, I actually ended up freezing some because we got a bit excess. And you put parchment paper that just like you would with beef burgers, so that the patties don't freeze together. And then you wrap it in cellar wrap and put in a freezer. Very easy to cook them. Literally just take them out and put them on the pan the same way as I did here. Maybe just fry them for a minute or 2 more. And this cutlets, because I'm making them more on a healthier side, I didn't want to add too much oil to deep fry them, so I added a bit of oil fried on each side until they're golden. And then what I did is I poured a little bit of water into the pan, closed the pan, and let it simmer a little bit and steam for a few minutes. And that just allowed them to be, like I said, more steamy and nicer for little kids because they're softer. And voila, look at this delicious meal. It was really, really healthy and really, really yummy. When I mean yummy, I really mean it. And I added some green onion that we grow. Actually, very easy to grow onions if you didn't do it yet. Just put in the water and it'll grow out. And it's the buckwheat is great with a little bit of butter. And I also find that the next day, if you have any leftover buckwheat, the great thing to do is you can fry 1 onion and fry a little bit of buckwheat, and it's absolutely delicious. I hope you enjoy and follow us for more. Bye.